Hi, I'm Phyllis from ISO in the Doll Corner, and welcome back to my channel. And today I have some very interesting news. A year ago, I published a video and saying that whenever I reached 700 videos or 700 subscribers, I'd have a draw and I'd give away my basic doll pattern book. Well, I finally reached them. It's taken me a whole year, but I've made it. But on that video that I made, I asked to subscribe and leave a comment, and they would get in the draw. Well, I only had 2 comments. So both are going to receive my book. And I'm going to ask them to send me their addresses and get in contact with me. And my email address, and I'll put it down below, is dollfashions77@gmail.com. So those 2 with Darlene VM, DARLENE VM. Darlene, I'm sending you a book as soon as you send me your address. And Jean, JEAN, Mandor, MEADOR. So congratulations, and I will be getting... Now, if you'd rather have me just send it over the computer, I can email it to you, and you can take it to your local... You can either print it out on your own printer or take it to office supply store and have them print it for you, and they'll even bind it for you. So congratulations, Darlene and Jean. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Now, today, I've been working on making a doll or 2. I've had this fabric for a few years now, and I bought it to make dolls, but I've made 1, I think, or 2 out of it, but I never got any more made out of it. So I'm working on 1. I'm sort of making my own. I like this leg. It gives a nice shaped foot. And I'm putting this leg on it. Just a straight little body. This is the back, and there'll be a little dart go on each side of this. And I will have to cut this down the back and sew it up to put it together. And that's the front. These are the hands. And the 2 legs I have done. I'm not certain I like the hands. I may improve on the next one. Anyway, I'm working on them. You're making up patterns from old patterns that you've had, and you want to see. I would rather have this arm, and then I can put a button on it or a joint. Now this one's too long, but I'll have to make it smaller. And this is this is the pattern for the foot or for the leg. But you see, you bring it like this and then you sew those together, and that gives you a nice toe. And then when you do your dividing it, if you like, and it just makes a nice little foot to put for a doll. And then this is the head. And this is head I like too, because it's just two round pieces, and I gather them and put them together. And it gives it nice shape. And then I make a little neckline, a neck on it as well. And that's what I was kind of wanting to show you. Now, I'm going to give you a tip or two. This is I found these in the dollar store a few years ago. And they're meant for, I think, fishermen. But they're ideal for storing beads and snaps and buttons or whatever. And you don't have to open them to see what's in them. You can take a look, okay, or you can definitely put a label on them. And they stack so nice. And this is another one I have, but it's not so easy to see in. But see, you can I have so much of this little stuff like this that I like to use on my dolls. And I used to store them in little drawers. Well, I'd go to get them, and I'd open maybe half a dozen drawers before I found what I was looking for. And this way, they're all there. They stack nicely on the shelves, and I want to get a couple more. So that's one of my tips, to get one of those, or get a few of those and store your stuff in. Now let's see. Oh, for thread. When as you get older, your eyes get a little harder to see, and it's harder to get the thread in. So you want to make it as easy as possible. Now if you take and you cut here's your thread, and you get a sharp pair of scissors, and you cut it on an angle. Now you mightn't think that makes much of a difference, but it really does. So try it sometime and see if it makes a difference. I find that it really makes a difference. So that's a couple of little tips that you might find helpful. And another one that's always worth reminding people, and they should know this, but a lot of beginner sewers don't know it, and they wonder why they end up with a snarly mess underneath when they start sewing. Well, they haven't got their thread in their tension properly. So to get it in properly, you have to have your pressure foot up when you thread your machine, and then pull it through. If you don't, it doesn't go. If you have your pressure foot down, it won't go into the tensions properly, and it leaves a big snarly mess underneath your sewing. So that's what I had to tell you today. Be sure and subscribe. Touch the bell to be notified. And Jean and Darlene, send me your address so I can send you your book, or send me your email address and I will send you your book. And thanks for watching. Bye now.